What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Alchemy Pay today, ACH, at the request of Fonzilla. We're doing this for you, my friend. Good job, by the way. I know you've been holding this one for a little while, so it's nice to see a little validation there with that 68% pump. I want to see what'd you do on Coinbase Val. Yeah, that's nice volume, man. That's a legitimate pump. Yeah, went right up to your resistance area, right? I mean, obviously you're stopping here. You're just checking. People who want to take profits are taking profits. People who want to get in before the next phase up are getting in. The people who took profits who want to buy back in at the lows, they're doing that too. So it's just a checkpoint. A checkpoint, right? If you're on a path, you're on a mission, right? And you find a checkpoint. That's not where you stop. That's just a checkpoint. You keep going afterwards, right? So I think you will continue afterwards. From a high here to a relative low there, man, you reached for the 1272, but you couldn't quite get there. That's probably why you pulled all the way back to the 786. You guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a little while, you know that with this primary expected target area, the 1272 to the 1618, when you fall just shy of it, or if you stop at the 1272, normally you will interact with the 786 zone, or even lower than that. If it's not this situation, if you make it to the 1414 or the 1618, if you pull back instead, normally you find support in this area, not this area, right? Or even this area here. It's normally the top zone. So again, just being that you had a kind of a weak move, it's not a weak move, it's a very strong move, but you didn't even hit your 1272. That's probably why you pulled back to your 786 and you found support right there. It's perfect. It's literally, it's identically, it's iconic is what I meant to say. It's iconic of this kind of move. Not only that, you're finding support here at previous areas of resistance right there. So that's nice. Your next move up likely does take you to 6.2 cents. You're at 3.7 cents now. I don't think it stops there either, though, right? I think you go higher than that. I think you really could see 7.5 to 12.6 cents, 12.7 cents. I think this is your ultimate stopping area, okay? And more likely something around 10 to 13 cents is kind of what I'm thinking. You're at 3.7 cents now. So you got some growth to go, which is nice to see. I mean, you were literally at 2.2 cents. So talking about prices up at 10 cents or more, that's got to be nice, right? That's off of your relative high to low here. With a move like this, getting above your expected area, getting into your secondary target zone, you're going to be breaking out of this overall consolidation phase that you've been in for a while. And actually, if we zoom out, I remember I was looking at this earlier, you zoom out, it's kind of like a giant ascending triangle, right? It's pretty perfect. It's pretty perfect, man. Is this a triple top? People could look at that and say it's a triple top, but man, triple tops happen in uptrends, right? This is not an uptrend. This is at the bottom of a downtrend. You know what I mean? It's your consolidation phase at the bottom of a downtrend. It's an ascending triangle, and when you break out, all the predictions I've had so far have been around, I mean, like technically 6.2 cents, but the real minimum I'd give is 7.5 to 12.7 cents. But looking at this thing, man, it could be a lot higher. I think the true fib that we should measure is this high to low here, and then this high to low here. I've got too many fibs on. I mean, like I can see it, but just so you guys can see it, it's not as bad of a headache. 0.5 here, just based off of this fib, I would think your breakout move takes you all the way to the 786, 886 zone. Now your breakout move, I anticipate, will end probably at the end of February, if not at some point in the beginning of March, early March, mid-March. That's 11 cents to 16 cents. We were talking about targets from 10 to 13 cents. So hey, minimum target there makes sense, right? You really could see that. And you found resistance here too, month after month, right in that area. So 11.38 cents, really looking like a solid area to go to by the end of February, if not sometime early March. You could go higher, of course. I don't think you go above 16.1 cents, but you could go higher. Okay. If we take now this high to low here and we project out the extensions, your golden ratio, I don't think you stop at your golden ratio. Just with how you're consolidating here, I don't think you stop here. You went to the 0.5. I don't think that you're going to stop there. I think you would at least go here. So again, with running with the idea that you probably don't stop at your primary expected area, or like your 1272. The 1414 is above the golden ratio, and it's very common with the 1414 here to go just above it. If you go just above it, you'll hit the 786, right? Or the 1618. The golden ratio is right there at that 786 too. So I don't know, man. The more that I look at this, I accept 16.15 cents as a possibility. I accept it as a possibility. It really could go there. And I think inevitably, of course, I do think that it will go higher than that. And you never know. I'm calling for these targets now. I'm calling for 12 to 11 cents, maybe 10 cents by the end of this move in February or early March. I'm calling for that right now. But you never know. You could just go through the roof, man, right? XCN, for example, it's at prices now. These were targets that we had for the end of February. It happened in 2 weeks instead, right? These were targets that we didn't even know if would happen at the end of February. So I'm just saying that they actually exceeded my targets. These are the targets I have. This is cryptocurrency. Let's remember the game that we're dealing with, the beast, the kind of animal that's in the house with us here, guys. This thing can cut and run any moment that it wants to. So while, yes, I am calling for 12 cents to 11 cents, you genuinely could see, and I would even take it a step further. I'd say 16.2 cents to 11 cents, but probably around 11 to 13 is probably where you go, specifically around that 11 to 12, okay? But you never know when you could go higher. There are targets that are higher, man. There are targets at 30 cents, 49 cents, 62 cents, right? And I do think inevitably you will get there. But yeah, I think this is the beginning of that move. You look at where you are here, it's very clearly an ascending triangle. Very clearly it is. You're about to break out of it. If it is an ascending triangle, and it is, it depends on where you want to draw the low. I don't know if I want to draw the low from there. I'm going to draw the low from here. Low to high. That measure move takes you all the way up to 20 cents. However, the way that you do, I wonder, the way that you do measure moves with patterns, you shouldn't be in log. You should be in a linear chart, right? And this would be your ascending triangle. It's not as pretty in linear. Let's see. Low here to high there. Your measure move would take you, assuming that we're doing this right, that would take you all the way up to about 9 cents. So again, something suggesting around that 10-cent area. At the lowest, you're going to be just below 10 cents. But man, you're at 3.7 cents now. So either way, that's phenomenal gains in a very short amount of time, likely by the end of February. Again, if not by the end of February, sometime early March. Monthly RSI looks killer. I love that you're bouncing off the 50th. That looks good. Getting above the 60 would be nice. You really are gonna break out of this next month, man. I have no doubt in my mind. Weekly RSI also looking killer. Higher lows coming out here, bouncing off the 45 area, getting up here, getting overbought, not getting oversold. It's a beautiful look. And then just overall, you're in this bullish trajectory. Yeah. You look like you're really. This is crazy, man, because that's very bullish in itself. But you're going to get some probably like consistent readings up here, more consistent than you've had. These are already consistent, but you're going to get some real consistency here. Daily time frame, overbought as hell. No, that's not bearish divergence. No, it's not. I'm not worried about it here, man. I think it's just a stopping point, right? Going back to that, I think this is a checkpoint. So I guess I'll end the video on that note with some closing remarks, okay? If you want to buy ACH, obviously it's up a little bit from its recent low. So a lot of people are afraid to tell people, whenever you see a pump like this, they're afraid to tell you to buy here. They'll be like, oh, I don't know, you should wait for a pullback. And maybe it comes, maybe it doesn't. It's always good to buy a pullback. There's words of wisdom in there. But if you're like, I don't know, maybe you should wait for a pullback, what happens if it rips from here? You're going to miss it, right? If you're one of those people who you don't want to miss it, but you don't want to buy it here if it pulls back, the easiest way I think I can kind of calm this battle in your head is you actually have to be the one to calm it. You have to have a discussion with yourself. You have to say, can I buy here? And if it goes lower, can I be comfortable with that? Can I buy here? And if it goes lower, can I buy more? Or if I buy here and I'm only expecting upside and then it goes down, not to my expectation, even though it's at a prime area to buy, would I panic sell? If you panic sell, if your answer is I would panic sell, it's not comfortable, then maybe you shouldn't buy this. Maybe you shouldn't be in crypto in the first place, but definitely you shouldn't buy. And then if it, instead of it going down, if it just rips, you just don't get involved at all. You accept that the train left without you. Or what I would do, this is just my personal opinion, not financial advice, this is literally what I do and what I would do, is if I had an amount that I wanted to buy, I would put 20% of it in here, 50%. 80%, whatever amount you want to put, whatever, 20% is fine, 50% is fine, 100% is fine if you want to. And then I would tell myself, if it goes lower, I will buy more. I will only buy more. And then if I'm, like, let's say I've got a buy order here, buy order there, a buy order there, and a buy order there, and the price goes right here, and it just misses my last 2 buy orders. Well, then once it gets back up to my original area, I will dump these 2 buy orders into this zone and then catch that right up, right? So then you're still catching it. That's just my that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. I meant to say that's my opinion. That's not financial advice. And it literally came out like I was saying, that's just my financial advice. It's not, okay? I'm only suggesting this because I think we could go lower. If you look at the RSI here, you do have bearish divergence. That is bearish divergence, right? On the daily time frame, that is not bearish divergence. It's too far away. But on the 4 hour, that's absolutely bearish divergence. And that divergence started all the way back down here at 2.9 cents. If you take a relative low here, relative to this move, to the relative high, that line puts you right above your golden ratio. That's where your divergence started, was all the way back at this line. It's very common not just to go back where your divergence started, but to go through it. So if you were to go through this line, right below it is the golden ratio right there at 2.79 cents. So my perspective, if I was looking to buy, I might just layer down, man. Layer, 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 and hope for the best, I suppose. I guess my call, though, we're at 3.6 cents now. Beyond all the bullish stuff, which everybody loves to hear, here's the bearish side. I think today, maybe not today, but it could be today, but you know, between today and the coming days, you'll see ACH move down below 3 cents. I think anytime, literally, once you see it at 2.95 cents, once you see it at this line and lower, green light to buy. I think it's at a fair price to buy now too, if you can accept the potential damages that come and only buy more, right? If not, then it's not a good time to buy and you should look elsewhere. But I'm expecting it to drop another 20% from here, essentially 25% from here. And that's all I got. If you like the video, and by the way, guys, if it drops more than that, it's a higher low, it's okay, it'll be fine. It's never fun whenever you could have sold up here before it dropped 30%. I know. But guess what? It's just volatility. It's just crypto, man. It's going to come back. You're going to be at new highs. All those targets that I said in the beginning are still there. So if it goes down here, look at it for what it is. It's an opportunity to buy before it runs to where? Where are we going? Probably 10 to 13 cents, right? Probably 16 cents is the highest, but probably 10 to 13 cents. 11 to 13 cents more specifically. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.